come on in. Yes, it's another edition of the Weekly Entertainment News Podcast. I'm your brother Hiram Hakeem, and once again, I'm in the building. Hey, listen, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that share button, let somebody know, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, right? Let somebody know we do this thing every week. This is the Weekly Entertainment News Podcast, like I said before, and we are powered by a real newspaper, y'all. A real newspaper media outlet, the Reporter newspaper here in Akron, Ohio. You know, like I like to do, I don't like to waste none of your time. I like to get you in, get you out. We're going to start out with the most prevalent news today, but we're going to do it from a different perspective. I couldn't wait to get in here today. We're going to talk about 50 Cent and how he relates to this bad news, controversial news about ex-president Donald Trump. You guys seen this picture a lot so far on the internet, and it's only been a few days and everything. And then we can go back and forth about is all the conspiracy thoughts and concepts about the assassination attempt on ex-president Trump. We can do that, but I won't do that. You can go to my affiliate brother, whose video is in the link. Okay, that gives the background, all the nuances of what's going on with the attempt on the ex-president's life. But today, we're going to talk about 50 Cent taking advantage of what's going on, and everybody on the internet is likening Donald Trump's assassination attempt to 50 Cent's getting shot quite a few times, okay? So much so, they put Many Men, you know the song Many Men, you know the lyrics. Okay, they adjusted, they put it that thing with Donald Trump head on top of 50 Cent's body of his Get Rich or Die album, Get Rich or Die Trying album, debut album, and everything. So much so, a lot of people are saying that 50 Cent confirmed that he put that thing together, or him and his team put this picture together that you said. So it ain't by happenstance that it's happening. Our brother 50 Cent not only took advantage of the marketing, he said he understands what Donald Trump is going through. He can relate. That's what he said. And also, Saturday night in Boston, your man performed that song, Many Men, in front of this here promo. Okay. Big ups to 50 Cent for taking advantage of what's going on, and big up to him knowing how to market himself. Some say Donald Trump does the same thing. Speaking of somebody who's marketing himself and doing a great thing, let's talk about your girl, Angel Reese.
Oh my God.
Whose double streak have finally came to an end. Okay, now, according to her, she said, you know what, that's not the only thing, because I know a lot of people want to know how she felt about it. You got to surf the internet to see, because you see all the negative propaganda about it, about this, the streak being faked or not really good news and not really big news. Those are her naysayers, but us as a family, we believe in what she's doing, and we was bigging up that thing. So she's not only broke the record, she reset the record at 15 double-doubles. And we wanted to hear exactly what she said. And she said, it's not all about the streak. It's about winning to me. I want to do whatever my damn team feels for me to do. I'm that type of player. Speaking about, if you talk about winning, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about the WNBA specifically, as far as winning. In the East, the Eastern Conference, there's only 2 teams with winning records. In the West, there's 3 teams with winning records, and one, that's the 4th, which is the Mercury with Brittany Griner. They are at 500. If you don't know what 500 means, that means they are even at 12-12, right? And also, the leaders of the East is the New York Liberty. Big up to Stewie, okay? The leaders of the West is your girl, Asia Wilson and team, okay? At 16-7. Those people are balling. The sisters are doing some great things. Let me take this down right here. They're doing some great things in the game of basketball. So big ups to them. Big ups to Angel Reese. And also big ups to my man, the baby.
What?
Okay. It looks like the baby has just got off, or should I say, accepted a plea deal. I'm just going to read it. The baby taking a plea deal in 2020 in this 2020 felony battery case. Okay, he was up for a felony, and we've learned that the rockstar rapper won't have any time to do for allegedly sucker punching the guy, the homeowner of a music video location that he was shooting the video. Apparently, he got in the fisticuffs with somebody, at an Airbnb, and it happens to be the owner. It looks as if the plea deal means that your man won't be, first off, he pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor battery charge. Okay, he's got to pay $10,000 in restitution, and he got to stay 100 yards away from the guy, Gary, okay? Gary Pagger, okay? Coincidentally, I want to give a shout out to my man, Lil Boozy.
Let's go.
For getting his gun charges or whatever the hell they are, dropped. Okay. He was on social media, on Instagram, kind of emotional. And I would too, because once that depression has left or oppression has been lifted, you'll be celebrating with some glory too, right? Listen, man, also, I want to give a shout out to the resurgence, okay? The resurgence of real hip hop. My man Fat Joe is in the news.
Surprise!
And he said, you know what? I noticed the resurgence in this thing. And he says, I am not going to be the only one not releasing an album. This August, Fat Joe decides to come out again with a brand new project. So he says, beware, be on the lookout, because my man Common and Pete Rock is doing so good with their new album. It's called Auditorium, and it's a compilation of a mixture of real hip hop beats and true lyricism from our Chicago native Common, right? So Fat Joe said, hey, not only am I doing an album, I'm in connection with LBJ, that's Blackman, Ohio's own Spring Hill Productions, to produce a talk show, kind of like an intimate on location, going to different places, talking to some special people, with Fat Joe as the head speaker. You know, he do a good job interviewing people and just talking to people. So Stars Network is going to carry the thing. LeBron James is going to produce it, man. Speaking about real hip hop back in the limelight, your man LL Cool J, whose album is coming out pretty soon. They said in October. I like to call it Rocktober. He released his track list. He said he got some people like who on his album? Let me look over here. He got Nas. He got matter of fact, I'm just gonna go right here. Let's just go right here. LL Cool J's track list consists of Eminem, Nas, Snoop Dogg, Busta Rhymes, and a lot of other people. We already know Fat Joe and Rick Ross is on there. Coincidentally, my man LL Cool J just released a dope single called, is it called Passion? Yeah, Passion. Lyrics is extreme. And we want to celebrate the lyrics. That's what my man Chuck D said. They've been praising the music a long time, but this time we praise the lyrics. My man K-Dot has pushed forth the creative envelope and have people concentrating on true lyricism. So this is why we see the resurgence of true hip hop coming back to the thing. And I did give a big shout out to Common, whose album, Common and Pete Rock's album, have just been released this past week, okay? And it's not only available in all streaming networks. Check out the Tradition, they're doing it. You can get this thing on CD, okay? You can get it on cassette and also vinyl. Keeping tradition alive. You know, that's what real hip hop is, right? Speaking about keeping tradition alive, look like Billboard magazine, who is the authority of the music business, okay? They are the quote-unquote authority of the music industry. I like to call it the Bible of the music industry, okay? Even though we know there's some games being played, but Nas has been called, his album, Illmatic, has been called the greatest album of all time, the greatest rap album. Let's talk about it. The greatest rap album of all time. Some people have a problem with it.
Oh my God!
Some people say, wait a minute, how in the hell can that small project be one of the greatest, can be the greatest album of all time? Well, if you got a problem with Nas being number one greatest album of all time, you will definitely have a problem of their list. Let's go with it. Nas Illmatic was number one. Number two was The Chronic, Dr. Dre. Number three, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill by Lauryn Hill. Number four, it's just Him and I, Aquemini. Okay, that's Outkast. And number five, Life After Death, Biggie. People got problems with this list. I heard one brother say, wait a minute, how in the hell can Lauryn Hill have one of the top five greatest rap albums of all time when there's only two rap songs on there? I said, brother, that's a good point. Okay? I said, brother, that's a good point. So much so, I came up with my own top five. That's right. I'm going to stay in my lane, and I'm going to just keep it a buck. Now, I said I'm going to stay in my lane. This is the top 5 greatest rap album, according to me, the hip hop journalist who write for a real newspaper, okay? I'm putting my expertise, I'm not limiting it to what's happening now. I can go back down the wheel of time and give you great stuff. So I'm gonna take it from my number 5 to number 1, and my 5th greatest rap album of all time, 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Trying.
Wow.
I seen the ascension from 50 Cent, from mixtapes to bad record deals to blowing up. Not only did I see him from the hell, we were selling every mixtape out of my record store, okay? Called Taste of New York Records and Tapes here in Akron, Ohio. That's right. I was in the shops, right? And when the album came out, nothing was moving but 50 Cent. When I say nothing was moving but 50, nothing else was moving but 50 Cent. That song In the Club was just as big, listen at me now, as Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. If you don't believe me, mix the two. That'd be a good ass mix, okay? I'm trying to tell you, the way that song hit, that's the only thing we can equate that's closest to Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us is 50 Cent In the Club, because it changed some things. And that is the thing I want you guys to check out when I say it changed some things. Let's talk about number 4, Tupac Machiavelli. I know some people be like, wait a minute. That can't be the greatest. Well, to me, this is my list. Get your own list. This was his last project, okay? It was a pretty dope project. Machiavelli, he had some songs on there, and he made this on his way out the door consciously. Okay? The Illuminati theory. Listen at that, man. Some people think Machiavelli, the guy, not Tupac, but the guy Machiavelli, faked his death. I'm here to tell you, he didn't fake his death. He staged his death. What did I'm saying, brother? That means he said, when I decide to get out of here, I'm going out under these pretenses. This is what the real Machiavelli did. And some people are attributing that concept, that thought, that theory to our brother Tupac Shakur. Okay? How about my number 3 album, NWA, Niggas for Life? You can't. I was there. Okay, I was there. I saw its impact. Okay, I saw what it did. When you listen to it, it's a concept album. It's dope, but it actually is the catalyst of what came after that. I'm talking about the whole Death Row thing. Speaking about the Death Row thing, the greatest album, number 2 for me, will be The Chronic.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? We have to keep it a buck. The production, the sound quality, the sonic of that thing, how it sounds, and the artist it produced and ultimately introduced the Snoop Doggy Dogs, okay? The RBX, the Lady of Rage, okay? The whole G-Funk era was officially right then. That's a whole movement. Speaking about movement, the greatest rap album of all time to me, tell your mama, tell your daddy if you don't like it, or tell me in the comments with your top 5. Public Enemy's album, It Takes a Nation of Million to Hold Us Back. Set a movement, put conscious rap in the forefront. From the Public Enemy, It Takes a Nation of Million to Hold Us Back, to them being in the front cover of it, behind bars. You understand? This is their second album. They came like a thief in the night, the first album. Like the scriptures say, we're going to come like a thief in the night, waking up people. And then the second album, It Takes a Nation of Million to Hold Us Back. If you look at it, you see the brothers is not just looking like gangsters at the back of McDonald's or wherever the hell they was at on Yo Bum Rush the Show. They was in the cell being caged, okay? In the back, you see them standing on the American flag, standing on business, okay? Standing on that black business. So big ups. That's my top 5, y'all, of greatest all time. Hey, put yours in there, okay? I'm sure some other stuff, Kendrick Lamar's, The Pimp a Butterfly. I can bring it into the day, but these are mine, okay? Speaking about what's so dope about mine and what's so really dope, let's go with this. It's time for the goddamn tea. Hold the tea, man. I kind of hate this particular part because I feel like I'm gossiping. But if Lord Jamar from Brand Nubian is talking about it, I just got to let you know. So apparently our brother Lord Jamar from Brand Nubian, who has his own podcast, The Godcast, okay? He's been talking. And he said some not so great things about our beloved sister, Sexy Red. He said it looks like the sister don't smell too great. He said she looked kind of funky, okay? He said she's the type of woman that looked kind of funky when she steps into a room. Like you can smell her. That's what he's saying. I didn't say, that's what he's saying. And he also said that she confirmed it. She said she smelled funky during the little sex tape thing. Okay, that's what she said. So that's what he said, she said. So much so that she didn't like the remarks. So she gets on Instagram, or was it X? And said something to the effect, if you think I stink, ask Chief Keef. That was her remark, ask Chief Keef. Now, some people were saying, wait a minute, I thought Sexy Red and Chief Keef was just playing around. I didn't know it was real. And they've been saying that they was brothers and sisters. But why the hell would she throw ask Chief Keef, almost solidifying that they've been messing around with the get down? I believe, however, with the T, going with the fucking, pour the T, hold on, time. I believe she's saying ask Chief Keef because she believes Chief Keef about that action. Not the sexual action, but about shutting our brother Lord Jamar up. I believe that's what our sister Sexy Red was talking about, man. So keep that in mind, man. So trying to make everything drama filled, but that was the T. Speaking about the not only the T, let's go with the releases. Looks like our man Slim Shady is back in the scene. Eminem have finally released his concept album, The Death of Slim Shady. He just put out, before the album released, he said, hey, he took the Instagram and Twitter. He said, like, look, this is a concept album, y'all. He's bracing the fandom. He's bracing the people. He's bracing the consumer. Not only the consumer, but the people like me who judge these albums, the people that write the articles, the bloggers. He's saying, if you listen to this album out of synchronicity, if you listen to track 4 before track 3, you listen to track 3 after you listen to track 8, if you're just skipping, you're going to miss the thought process he put into it. It's a concept album. Concept means this is a movie, it's a movie. You got to play it from beginning to the end to get the gist on what he's talking about. I thought that was dope for him to come out and say something like that. I really did. I thought that was dope for him to come out and preface his release so you guys can really understand what's going on in the artist's mind, because you know he is an artist, okay? Listen, this is part of the show. I got to tell you about the Reporter newspaper. Listen, the Reporter newspaper has been in business for over 50 years. And listen, and without them, I wouldn't be here in front of these digital scouts giving you this digital information, because it's been in tangible form for over 50 years. It's my responsibility to give it to you on the internet, okay? But if you want to support business and say, I'm supporting black business because the Reporter newspaper is a black-owned business for over 50 years, you can say, I am supporting black business. You can say, I am standing on business by simply getting a subscription delivered to your home, business, or wherever the hell you're doing, okay? It's only $50 for a year subscription. Now, I'm going to keep it a buck. We are our weekly publication, so I'm giving you the weekly wrap-up about what's been happening. They're giving you not only just entertainment, but you can get the national news, the sport news, not only just the gossip stuff, but you can get all the political news. You know what I'm saying? Anything that affects us, not only here in Akron, but across the nation and the diaspora. That's the Reporter Newspaper Online.com or the Reporter Newspaper. You see the phone number, call them so you can get a piece of Northeastern Ohio, so you can get a piece of news from a Northeastern Ohio perspective, okay? Now this is the part of the show, that's my favorite part. I like to call this the conscious content, okay? This is where you get that knowledge you can't get in college, a little understanding for your planning, okay? So we're going to talk about it. Everybody else been talking about it. We might as well talk about it. We're going to talk about Megan Good, Michael Eli, and our brother, Jonathan Majors. You know who Jonathan Majors is. You know what I'm saying? I call him Kane, okay, from the Marvel Universe. You know, some people call him Creed's best friend, okay? You know who he is, the guy that got messed up dealing with that European girl. Now he's dating our beloved sister, Megan Good, who stood by him during those hard times. Yes, she did. She stood strong in the paint while this brother was going through the issues of dealing with Eurocentric love here in this Eurocentric nation that we call America, okay? Anyway, you guys know what happened. You guys seen the video. It got mad millions of views, okay? Apparently, Megan Good, Jonathan Majors, who's a couple, who's an item, is standing next to another couple. Michael Eli shows up. They're at an event. Michael Eli is the light-skinned brother that did some shows, did the Think Like a Man movie with her. He shows up, and what is depicted on the video is that he gives everybody a pound but Jonathan Majors, and when he runs into her, which is standing right next to Majors, she jumps up, threw her crotch on his belly button, gave him a physical hug with her legs wrapped around him. She called it a brotherly hug.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
Our people did not like that. We didn't like the optics on what that looked like. Okay, so what that looked like. So, of course, we hit the internet. We hit X, we hit Instagram, we hit every damn thing. And they said, oh, man, you disrespected my damn brother Jonathan Majors like that. He held the public trust. He didn't have no issues with it. He was like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But such is not the case. Our beloved sister Megan Good, who's got a dope movie out on on Amazon, Divorcing the Black. Y'all need to support that. Check that out. But anyway, our sister Megan Good said, hey, this video was edited. That brother acknowledged about Michael Eli, yeah, or Eli, however you pronounce it, she said that Michael greeted our brother first. If you look real close, some people are agreeing with her, said that the video was cut from that. Then he goes to the couple next. Then he gave her a butt hug, right? Okay? And if he did acknowledge our brother first, that's good to the brother. Good, Mike. I like that. But the issue I have is, keep in mind, it's the conscious content, so I got to get a little conscious with this thing, okay? You are a woman in love, holding the brother down during those harsh and crucial times that he's going through in the public eye. In the public eye. So there's got to be a public trust that you are aware of. What do I mean by public trust? How I'm going to rep this man in the public, how I'm going to look in the public, how I'm going to carry myself in the public. There's no way, no reason, no fucking reason at all to break protocol, okay? What do I mean? That's the only reason why people are talking. That hug with your crotch on my man's belly button was inappropriate at best. Okay, you got somebody. Now, some people need to tell our sister that we know that was no harm. She called it a brotherly hug. Okay, yeah, I mean, I feel you on that, but you're a grown-ass woman. You're a grown-ass woman putting your crotch on a brother's belly button, okay? That just looked bad. And then my man what is he supposed to do? I'm talking about Jonathan Majors. He just left the situation. He can't check you and he can't say nothing. He's at ease. You put him in an uncomfortable position. Look at him looking left, looking right. He know that's wrong. It don't fit right in his black African spirit. But he ain't gonna throw it out of proportion because he got some class about his ass. You feel me? I am telling you what most people are thinking. That's a bad look. You put our brother in a bad light. And you got a little class too. I see you on Shannon Sharp's show. I like your style. I just don't think you covered your brother. You covered him in every other way possible. I think it's big up, black love, root the black love to you. Yo, I'm down with it, okay? But you gotta keep in mind, I have to consistently uphold the public trust when I'm in a relationship. My job is to cover him and black man. Your job is to cover her. All this hugging and extra affectionate and stuff like that. Where I'm from, you don't hug my woman, B. You just don't. What am I talking about? You don't, man, come on, man. You ain't squeezing up on my woman's breast. And I'm not over the top. I'm not insecure. My traditions don't allow my woman to put her private parts on no damn man. Where I'm from, our women are covered. That's what I'm saying. Those goodies are for me. Okay? That's she's covered. So if she's covered, why the hell you feel what I'm saying? Now, that might not be for everybody, and I'm not a stickler about it. My woman ain't covered all like that, but I'm saying where I'm from, my woman wouldn't be giving full body, putting crotches on people's belly button. She giving the church hug. You know what a church hug is? Brothers, you know what a church hug is. You go in for the real hug, and she's giving you the whole side of it. Make it good. That's the church house. You a church girl. You better film me before they kill me, y'all. I'm your brother, Hiram King, man. Have some fun and get something done. Peace.
Can't be for me, whole nother frequency. Bitch, G.O.D. what the fuck is a mug? Nigga be fake, won't leave him snuggly. He undercover, then fucking we talking a minute. It's on in this stuff, nigga, fuck is you saying? Bird, bitch, you getting struck. We ain't going back and forth by the door. We ain't going back and forth by the door. Wash, halu, ella, ilaha, illallah. We come in the name of the source. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We flipping niggas out the porch. Niggas in Paris, somebody yeah and J version. Boss whole Jane Harden, but they think they the highest. We locking them up, you get caught with the smoke, get your flame darkened. They shoot a shot, but I ain't far. Just fuck around, hit the same target back to back.